What's good, YouTube? I ain't gonna lie, I haven't posted in I think like 4 months, something crazy like that. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't intend to even post again. I kind of, I did it at the time because, I was trying to just challenge myself to be consistent, see what happens with it, cool. But honestly, I didn't like it, bro. I didn't enjoy it. It was annoying, it was time consuming. My damn computer wanted to have a heart attack and explode damn near every time I try to make a video. So it was like, I'm just not really trying to do this. You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna lie, I was just going through today and yesterday. What I'm kind of working on right now in my trading is I'm going through old trades I had took from quarter 4 of last year. And I'm not gonna lie, like back then I was doing trade recaps every single day. So I would take a trade and then I would, break it down in a video and upload it to YouTube so that I could post a link and paste that link into my trade journal. So for every single trade, it was a video in there that I was, able to go down to that link and just, watch the video of me breaking the trade down. And for me right now, where, I'm going back in time to just look at what I could have done better last quarter, how I can improve, what were, the main reasons for most of my losses, all these different things, right? I'm studying this data and I didn't realize it until now how helpful it is to have those videos to look back on and see not only my thought process, because that's huge, right? I'm able to see why I took this trade, what I was thinking, what my headspace was at the time. Very, very helpful stuff. I'm able to log that information and just study it and just, improve based off of, things that I had done back then, right? But it was also pretty cool to see the growth, man. Like I feel like, whether it be in trading, the gym is a big one, right? Trying to put on muscle, whatever you're trying to do in life. I feel like when you're really consistent with it every single day, day in and day out, you're grinding for something, you're trying to improve and just be the best you can be. I feel like when you're in that state, you really don't see the progress. And if you're not careful, it can actually be a little demoralizing because you feel like you're working your ass off. You're like, it feels like it's all for nothing. You're just working, working, working. You just don't see no results. But the thing about it is you are growing. You are improving. You just don't see it because it's everyday action. It's like when you were the little kid, right? Or you were like 11, 12 years old. You're growing physically every single day. Your bones, everything's getting bigger. But every day you look in the mirror, you look like you're the same height. It's not until you look at a picture of yourself from, 4 or 5 years back, you realize, damn, I've gotten tall. You know what I mean? So it's kind of the same concept. There's a lot of things that I'm looking back on these videos of me breaking down my old trades. I'm like, damn, that was only 3 months ago. But like my thought process has genuinely advanced so much when it comes to technical analysis, when it comes to, some of the things that I was struggling with at the time, whether it be psychology or risk management. I'm seeing the growth looking at these videos and it was pretty cool to see. I'm not going to lie. So I think between that and just also the the vast benefits, I don't even know if that's the right word, the benefits of me going back and getting a better understanding of, technically speaking, what was going through my mind on the charts, what I was trying to target on the charts, what kind of things I was doing. It's just very, very helpful, I'm not gonna lie. So unfortunately, I think I'm gonna commit to continuing to post again. I don't want to. My computer damn sure don't want to. It's slow as hell. Part of the reason I stopped, like my computer, I promise you, this thing wants to explode. Every time I try to record a video, this thing just, I swear one day it's going to explode on camera. Like it's really about to happen. This is an old ass computer. It can't really handle this. But end of the day, when I really think about it, I'm like, bro, that's just me making an excuse. So I'm gonna keep posting. At the very least, every single day from here on out, I'm gonna just do a trade recap. I can't commit to nothing else, at least yet. My computer damn sure can't. So from what's it called? I lost my train. It's been a long day. I lost my train of thought. From here on out, I'm gonna continue to post trade recaps, and mainly for myself, but anybody who watching, learning how to trade or whatever like that. If it helps you, it helps you. Cool. If it helps one person, that's a plus. You know what I mean? It's already helping me. So if I can help somebody else, even better. But enough of the yapping. I'm gonna run through really quick the trade I took today. A little update on where I've been. I have not really done much. I have not been funded yet. I have not I really have made no substantial, really any monetary progress. But I've made a ton of improvements and I feel like I'm growing a lot. That's all that matters. So where I'm at now, I took a trade today. Um, I don't feel like going. See, this is what I'm saying. I'm too lazy to be doing all this. I don't feel like doing this, but we're gonna do it anyway. All right. Today I had a bullish bias. I wanted to see London high slash this buy side right here get taken. That was pretty much my external target on NQ. ES, I want to say I think I don't know what I don't think I was looking too much at ES, but you can clearly see those are the targets on the 4 hour time frame. We're pretty bullish. Price at the time was actually respecting this 4 hour gap. So I already knew we're, respecting bullish order flow. 1 hour time frame, I'm noticing the price at the time, I don't know when I took this trade. It was we'll see. It was probably like 950, I think. It was really respecting this 1 hour gap right here, right? We had come down. We actually put it in SMT with this low right here. Yes, never took it. So that was pretty significant for me. Both assets are respecting this hourly gap. And then there's obviously relative equal highs right here. That's that same high from like a week or two ago right here. And then it also kind of lined up with the high that just got put in here in London session today, early this morning. So that was I knew off the rip that was the target. I knew I wanted that to get taken. It was more just a matter of finding a point of interest to find an entry inside of to take advantage of that target. So once I saw the SMT, I seen that we were respecting this 1 hour gap. This 1 hour gap pretty much off the get-go was the vehicle I was looking to use to look for an entry out of. So I was just more of, waiting for price to come down and retest it. And once I saw I was respecting, I went down to the lower time frames. I did take the entry on the 1 hour, which was I genuinely didn't want to. Like right here, once price inverted this gap, I genuinely did not want to take this because it was super early. You can see here, 940 ish is when I got the entry. Actually, exactly at 940 is when I got the entry. There was absolutely zero accumulation, which I guess if you look at here, this could be considered it. But this was pre-market. I guess ES looks a little bit better, but my main thing was I would have rather seen, since the hourly gap is pretty big in all things considered, if you're looking for a 1 minute entry, which I wasn't looking for a 1 minute entry. That's just what happened. But the better way for me to word it is a 1 minute entry is a very, very low time frame entry for a 1 hour gap. Not to say it can't work. It has plenty of times. I have data to prove that. But I'm just generally a lot more selective whenever I see that. So I didn't want to take it. The reason I still did was because one, it was super cheap. The opportunity to get in right here. I mean, look, stop down here. If I target or if I put my limit order on this BPR, which I did, that pretty much yielded me a full 3.5 R multiple, actually a little bit more. So very, very cheap trade. I was able to, minimize risk and, risk less on the trade and still profit a lot because, the external target for the day was much higher. So that was pretty much the main reason I took it. Another one was just because of the strength of these BPRs. They're generally, from my experience, a lot stronger than just a regular inverse fair value gap. So I felt, at least comfortable to try it out. And the fact that I could, get in on, a pretty low offer, it made sense for me. The problem was my dumbass forgot to risk. I'm so used to risking my typical 750 for these evals. It's a lot of money for a 50K. So that's like, I don't even know what percent of draw. I think that's like 25% of my drawdown, something like that. So it's pretty hefty on the risk, but I do that because I'm just trying to pass quick. And maybe I should switch that because I still haven't passed. So that's another topic. But I'm so used to risking 750 that I have forgotten to even reduce my risk. So I'm getting in on this entry right here. And out of just habit, subconsciously, not even thinking about it, I still entered in 90, actually a little more than 750. It was like $800, I think I risked. So heavy on the risk. Once I was in, price was around like here. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna just let it, let it just rock out. Because oh no, I'm lying. It was right here. So I'm thinking we're so damn close to this. MBE for me is manual break even level. This is pretty much where if I'm not going break even at a 1R or 1R is a little bit too far, I'll go off, market structure. So this was the last higher high that price put in. So that was my break even level. And I was so close to it. I'm like, I'm gonna just let it hit that break even. Once it does, I'm moving to break even and I'm just walking away. I'm gonna let it do its thing. I just went break even pretty quick because I was under high risk. But thankfully it played out, so I didn't have to worry about it coming back down. I did, I think, take like a couple contracts off. This was micro contracts, MNQ. So I took a couple contracts off at that break even level and just let the rest rock. Thankfully, it did its thing. Another reason I was a little skeptical on this trade is because just early in the market open. So we got early into market open, no accumulation really, followed by manipulation and distribution inside of the POI. And then I guess that was pretty much it. Other than that, everything was good. The analysis for the day, drawing liquidity, the buys, phenomenal, all flawless, no problems there. It was just the entry that had me a little nervous, but thankfully it played out. This yielded me like 1,600 on the day. So um my I'm gonna just check on my account real quick. I think I'm like, I know I'm one win away from, why the hell did I just open Trading View again, bro? I'm a dumbass. I know I'm one win away from passing, but I risk really, really heavy, so it doesn't mean a whole lot. But yeah, bro, I've been having my patience tested. I'm gonna say that, bro. Like, I know for me, bro, I've been trying to pass this combine for forever, bro. I had big goals for 2024, and they yo, use password, bro. They didn't happen, man. To be honest with you, they didn't happen, and it's, it's a lesson learned. That's part of the reason I'm going back on old trades, just to kind of like figure out what the problem was. And I don't want to summarize my whole 3 months just in this one little trade recap. I know that's not really what the video's for, um, but yeah, I ain't gonna lie, it's been rough. It's been rough for sure. Your boy needs some bread, really, really bad. I feel like this is the only way I know how to really get some money. The only real potential, high potential, or what's it called, high probability way of me making some bread. So I'm trying to just, thug it out, go harder, just make it happen. But, it's been rocky, bro. It's been rocky. I'm still up. I mean, I was break even literally before today on the trade. I was like 100. No, I was less. I was like $50 away from blowing this account. But the comeback was crazy. I was literally like, I could have sworn I had already hit my max drawdown, but it was like by a hair I didn't, and then I hit a crazy trade this day that brought me back to life. It was like a 4R trade, but it's still been pretty rocky. I'm just still trying to find a consistency. But we're gonna get there, man. That's all that matters. I'm gonna save all this yapping for another video. Um, just keep this one strictly for the trade recap. But that was the trade today. Thankfully, it was a much needed win, and we're gonna get back at it tomorrow. But that's all I got for today. I might make another, update. I don't know. I got a lot to say, I guess, but that's it for today, man. Appreciate y'all watching. I'm gonna throw this in my journal and then, get back to it.